Well, let's go into our news of the week. It is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage. As it always is, we love Holly Schneiderwind and her team at Eagle Mortgage because they just do such a good job, and they're good people. Pleasant to hang out with, too, by the way. And Holly and her team at Eagle Mortgage will help you if you are about ready to make that big decision. For most people, buying a home is about the most expensive thing they buy. And you want to do it right, and you want to make sure the financing is taken care of. They do that. As a mortgage broker, they can shop a variety of banks. They're not beholden to just one, so they can work hard to get you the best possible loan that fits you, your goals, and your circumstances. You can find them in person at 114th and Davenport Street, just south of Dodge, or find them online at eaglemortgagecompany.com. Well, Brad, we've talked about the core building at UNMC before, but this week, the Med Center and community leaders held the official groundbreaking. This is the $105 million project southwest of Saddle Creek Road in Farnham. CORE stands for Campus Operations and Research Excellence Building. Basically, it's going to be a 6-story building with a couple floors of admin space for the Med Center and then a lot of laboratory space. It'll be kind of the anchor along with the old steel mill for the West Saddle Creek campus for the Med Center.
Yeah, for a while, I think people were just calling it the administration tower before it had the name CORE, but the UNMC campus is amazing because every time you think, all right, the construction's slowing down, things are wrapping up, it's like, bam, here's the next project. Let's break ground and get going on it. And the steel castings building, if you haven't been by that, they've added more steel to it. So it's grown too.
Yeah, and that steel building will be what they call the catalyst, and there's going to be classrooms in there, meeting rooms. A big focus will be on the Med Center's efforts to take its innovations and apply them to private industry. So that's going to be a real cool facility. This core facility, though, right on the corner of Saddle Creek and Farnham, will be connected eventually to the new hospital buildings to the east, which haven't started yet, by a skywalk. And eventually, the plans call for that really cool outdoor lawn patio thing that would be kind of a lid over Saddle Creek Road. I can tell you this, though. They had the official groundbreaking this week, and when I did go by a couple days ago, they were full bore working on it. Tractors on site, so that thing should start going vertical in a few months.
Yeah, I feel like they've kind of been doing prep work for quite a while now, so I would expect it to get going fast.
That whole area has a lot of construction because if you go just a block or two to the north, the Child Saving Institute is now going full speed ahead on their expansion to the east side of their building. Just a little bit west to that is a 5-story, very large apartment complex that we've talked about a few times over the last couple of weeks. So that's kind of, and there's a hotel under construction in that area as well. So that's kind of a construction hotspot, if you will, in the metro area. Well, let's turn our sights to an area that's not too far from these new Med Center buildings, and that's 50th and Leavenworth Street. A local developer is planning on putting a 5-level building, 4 stories above ground, 53 apartments with covered indoor parking. This was a former laundromat that had operated there for a long time. Jorge Sotolongo from NAI NP Dodge, who does a lot of work with us here on Grow Omaha, and his colleague Gabriel Estivo sold that to the developer recently, and you should start to see some progress on there pretty soon. It's going to be another urban project in the metro core.
Yeah, that's going to be a large or a great improvement to that corner. That laundromat has seen much better days, and it'll be a real nice boost to the neighborhood.
And you know, Brad, it just carries on the momentum that we're seeing in that whole. We refer to it as the urban core, but it's basically downtown and the area to the west that we refer to as Midtown, and it's just one project after another. The vision that so many of us have for the urban core in Omaha is this densely populated, very well kept, very actively used, fun, vibrant place that kicks off a lot of economic activity. And all parts of that vision are absolutely in full motion right now, moving toward that goal. It's so cool.
Yeah, and just looking at Leavenworth Street itself, from 480 all the way west to basically Elmwood Park, there's just project after project. don't stop. It's really neat to see the transformation.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Leavenworth because there are several planned projects on Leavenworth that we believe are still happening that haven't even begun. Yeah. I mean, you've got at 30th and Leavenworth, right by Park Avenue, a really cool multifamily kind of mixed-use building there. There are plans for things, or there's going to be that little slip-in building right by the convenience store at about, what is that, 38th or something?
I was thinking 33rd, but
33rd. What's that? 36. Okay,
36,
Roger Olson, producer, says 36th and Leavenworth. Thank you, Roger. So yeah, a lot more to come on that corridor.
And even if you go out west to those new townhomes that just finished up, on 52nd or 53rd.
Yeah.
Those look really nice.
Yeah, Noddle Companies did a great job with those. And so much potential. It wasn't that many years ago where Leavenworth was kind of an embarrassing corridor to drive down. And now I kind of look forward to driving Leavenworth because there's so much to look at and still so much more to come. Well, if we go to North Downtown, we want to draw your attention to the future Baby Bob Bridge. This will be the pedestrian bridge that connects to a pedestrian bridge. In other words, when you wanted to use the Bob Carey Missouri River pedestrian bridge, you had to go around the back of the CHI Center, over the railroad tracks, and access it from there. But that was a problem because so much activity happens in around CHI and Charles Schwab Field. So we're working on a pedestrian bridge there. And on the north side of the CHI right now, it's all torn up in that corridor. It looks to me like they are working on the approach to the future Baby Bob. So that's coming along. Long time coming.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it a few times when I've been on, but that long overdue. It should have been done when the ballpark was built, I say.
Yeah, it is definitely needed, but that should bring even more energy to both the riverfront and to North Downtown because in urban areas, it's all about the connectivity. Very, very important. Hey, a couple of suburban projects that we want to mention briefly. At the northwest corner of 108th and Giles Road in La Vista, there is a 2-story steel skeleton in place, and some people have called in, what is that? It's going to be a building for Elite Glass Services, a company out in Sarpy County. Also in Sarpy County, Metonic Real Estate has completed construction on 5 of the 12 buildings at Vistara. It's either Vestara or Vistara. It's Vestara. Vistara 72. It's a 154-unit apartminium project. That means apartments that are designed to look like what are normally considered condos. Just east of Shadow Lake Town Center in Papillion, the entire project is expected to be fully done third quarter of next year. And Brad, as we talk about so many projects that are on the drawing board right now, Trenton and I have talked about this, but I want to mention it to you as well. The year 2026. The year 2026 will be the year that Omaha becomes a new city because so many things that we've been talking about lately are scheduled for 2026.
Yeah, they drive around town and everything you see right now, I think, is 2026. So, in fact, on the way to the studio this morning, I saw a project that said 2026 on it.
Yeah.
So.
Basically, if it's something big, plan on going to a lot of ribbon cuttings and grand openings in 2026.
You just hope the next 2 years are, the economy and the job market and the weather and everything cooperates.
Yeah, so we can keep these things on schedule and on target.
Yep, for sure.
We shall see. Exciting stuff to be sure. And that is your news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com, or you can stop by the office at 114th and Davenport. If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.